Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I know this experiment that we're about to do in this video is the uncollected difficulty. I know that Cavalier is now what uncollected used to be looked at, and Thronebreaker is the real test. But I tell people all the time, if you're looking to save units, if you're looking to practice, do those last, and most importantly, save them because they're worth so many freaking points for event quest completion. Save them for event quest completion. That is my advice. That is my recommendation. Uncollected still has some level of challenge. I mean, if you look at threat level 5 this month, you're going to be fighting people that are around 30 to 40,000 PI. And this Sandman is still at 33,120. So it's not like you're fighting somebody who's even 20,000 rated. I hate it here, Summoner. I want you to know that. Okay, this is starting out a little dramatic. Okay. So Sandman, at least here, has Catalytic Reaction. Inflicting the offender with Incinerate, Cold Snap, or Rupture effects grants the attacker an Endurance passive, shortening the duration of future non-damaging debuffs by 5%. Max Dex 10. Down for the count. The first hit of the defender's heavy attack pauses all non-damaging debuffs on the attacker for 7 seconds. Martial Discipline. Every 5 critical hits a skill attacker lands, purifies all non-damaging debuffs on them. And Limber. He is a villain. Offensive Burst. Size large. Sinister 6. I mean, just looking at his intro screen already looks cool. Hercules is up to 12 feats of strength, obviously. I kind of want to bring in Nick Fury first. Even though, is he going to be bleeding? I mean, Sand. Sand shouldn't bleed, right? Okay, that's... Okay, 2-hit heavy. Immune to bleed. Resist up. Okay, the heavy. I need to remember that. All right, let's check out a special one first. Okay. That looks really cool, but it's super easy to distance from. That's good. Okay, so 1, 2. Let's check out a special 2. Maybe. Okay. Oh, that looks so cool. Okay, and then he's got a projectile at the end. That ain't bad. I was expecting to have more of damage done, because even that did almost nothing. I'm not going to lie, I kind of expected to get wrecked more. This is fascinating. His resists are up, but then they go away. But I guess it's also because I'm a skill attacker, maybe? Okay, let's check out this damage. Decelerate, okay. Interesting. Heavy proficiency now. He's got me in a corner. Maybe it would have been harder with somebody else. I figured since he was bleed immune, it would be a good way to just test out Sandman, but I didn't even make it to the quote-unquote real Nick Fury in that fight. That is fascinating. Well, you know what? Let's just keep pushing through. And this will be a longer than normal video for my channel. But we're going to fight both bosses. And again, I still recommend, for both practice sake and certainly event quest completion points, to save Cavalier and Thronebreaker for... I'm going to let myself get hit here. There we go. Cavalier and Thronebreaker for event quest completion points. For the 22-hour event. And that didn't work out, but we'll still get him down. I should probably. I'm so used to being cocky, and sometimes it definitely gets the best of me. I don't even read nodes, especially the uncollected path. I was like, whatever it is, Hercules will power through. Hercules makes you so lazy when it comes to reading, at least me. And I don't even apologize for that. Whatevs. It feels good to have new content. I feel like March just kind of dragged, and the incursions was such a unique side quest that was so exhausting that, I didn't even do, there we go. I didn't even do the majority of the fights. Past threat level 4? Nope. I am not getting this distance down. Maybe if I do that. Yep. Okay, there's the Indestructible. Got the 6 feats of strength. He's done after a special 2. And there you go. Is this once I get to 2 bars of power, he becomes indestructible? Let's check it out. Yep. Mystic champions receive plus 30% base attack, and cosmic champions receive minus 10. Can't really tell, though. That 10% attack difference is not relevant at all. Not at least here. I know somebody who just uses Hercules for everything. Never cares about special nodes. Okay, I'll get knocked down there. Never cares about special nodes or class-based nodes. Doesn't even care when Cosmic's like minus 30% or 40%, whatever it is. Nope. Just give me Hercules. I'm good to go. Now, normally, once I get to around this time, I will no longer let myself get knocked down. Sometimes it happens anyway. But all I care about is... See, that's minus 10% attack, but you could not... If it didn't say that, you couldn't tell. All right, so I got my Intercept in. Now I'm good to go. Because I'll do a heavy on the next fight, have the 12 feats of strength, and then be ready to go. What's interesting about my experience doing any kind of gameplay on my channel, there are people who just laugh at me when I do it and actually cut out when I get knocked out, especially if it's something hard, like, say, the Abyss. And then there are people who just say, I don't do enough gameplay. They don't even think I do gameplay. And I'm thinking, that's the thing about being a YouTuber is you're going to annoy someone in some way, no matter what you do. It's just the nature of the beast. All right, King Groot, let's dance. I'm curious to see if Shocker wrecks me. King Groot can be a real annoying defender, but the nice thing is if you're just patient, especially with that special one, you should get him down. He is not a fast fight, though. Kind of reminds me of Man-Thing. Okay, so what do you know? It took us about 4 minutes longer to get to Shocker, but we are here. He has aggressive, shattered reflection, striking the defender during their heavy attack. Deals 300% of the attacker's attack rating as a burst of direct damage. Yeah, I definitely would have started out with the parry heavy, so not going to do that. Intercepting the opponent's dash attack with a basic attack grants the attacker a passive fury charge. When the defender is knocked down, the critical resistance is increased. Rush down. The attacker starts with 7 rush down charges. When the defender's dash attack lands or is blocked, remove 1 charge. Knocking down the defender restores 1 charge. When the attacker has no charges, they are inflicted with a stun passive for 3 seconds. And then it resets. Well, that's annoying. Don't love that. Okay. There's the Fury. I mean, I'm sure it's supposed to be harder than that. But, man, that was fun. Well, as you can see, first time I've completed uncollected. Hercules, especially with stunned and he's awakened. I mean, Hercules, you can say this about him in any regard, but he's going to be a little bit of a cheat code, and that is obviously par for the course. Well, no, this is a longer video than normal. I always try to keep videos around 5 minutes, certainly not to 10 minutes. But hope some of you enjoyed the gameplay. I know it's uncollected, but gives you some strategy and some ideas on maybe what to do on your end. And that's always the goal with these videos.